Apple usually operates like absolute clockwork. When new hardware is finalized and ready to hit store shelves, Apple puts it in a slick white box, brings it out on a stage in Cupertino, and ships it out to millions of eager consumers across the globe. But right now, industry reports indicate that a fully finished piece of flagship Apple hardware is sitting locked inside a lab at Apple Park, and it has reportedly been sitting there for months on end. We are now rapidly creeping up on 4 full years since the last major hardware refresh for the Apple TV back in late 2022. In the fast-moving tech universe, for years without a hardware update is an absolute eternity. What makes this prolonged delay so fascinating is that it reportedly has nothing to do with physical manufacturing bottlenecks or supply chain holdups. The physical chassis, internal cooling, power delivery, and port structures were finalized long ago. The real bottleneck holding up this device was the software brain sitting inside it. Apple was deliberately holding back the release to align with the massive overhaul of Siri and the upcoming debut of tvOS 27. When viewed in connection with software evolution, this massive delay paints a clear, deliberate, and extraordinarily exciting picture for the future of Apple's home business. Apple is not just preparing to drop a simple incremental spec bump. They're gearing up to completely reinvent their living room platform by introducing a high-performance Apple TV Ultra. While Apple has yet to issue a formal press release confirming the Apple TV Ultra branding, looking at their established portfolio playbook over the last few years makes this direction obvious. We watched Apple elevate their wearable lineup with the Apple Watch Ultra, and we saw them continuously push exclusive display and camera features into the Pro Max iPhone series. Apple loves splitting its hardware lines into 2 distinct tiers, a standard, highly accessible version designed for general consumers and a premium, maxed-out tier built specifically for power users. Applying this strategy to the living room makes complete sense. Instead of giving us another slightly faster black puck, Apple appears ready to split its TV ecosystem into 2 distinct products. Consider the potential of this 2-tier lineup, a standard Apple TV that continues to offer a clean, ultra-responsive, completely ad-free streaming box for casual viewing, sitting alongside a powerful Apple TV Ultra engineered from the ground up to act as a true compact home computer. After waiting 4 years for a hardware update, an ultra-tier hardware release is really the only thing that justifies this extended wait time. No tech enthusiast wants to wait 4 years just to be told that their apps will launch a quarter of a second faster or that the remote feels slightly different in the hand. The release timeline is the biggest clue pointing to this shift. If supply chain reports are accurate and the physical enclosure and board design were ready months ago, Apple made a conscious choice to delay the release. The driving factor was that the fundamental software experience on the big screen was about to undergo a massive transformation. The official preview of tvOS 27 and the next-generation Siri architecture laid out a new vision for how users interact with their televisions. Interacting with a big-screen television from a couch 15 feet away is fundamentally different from tapping on an iPhone display. You aren't asking your television to draft an email, reply to a work chat, or format a complex spreadsheet. You are sitting down after a long, exhausting day, and you want frictionless, instantaneous control over your home environment and media. Imagine walking into your living room, turning on the TV, and having the box instantly identify your specific user profile by detecting your nearby iPhone or Apple Watch. Your custom home screen layout, personalized watch list, and customized audio presets load immediately. When you tell your TV to find that obscure sci-fi movie from the 90s starring that specific supporting actor, the system doesn't fail or throw back random irrelevant YouTube clips. It actually comprehends the context, cross-references casting databases, and immediately pulls up the correct film across your available streaming services. While that might sound like a simple quality-of-life update, it is precisely this type of intelligent, zero-friction daily interaction that transforms a basic streaming stick into an essential luxury home hub. Software intelligence alone, however, cannot justify an ultra price tag. To earn that top-tier branding, Apple needs to pair its software with serious, heavy-duty hardware capabilities. That means bringing a massive generational leap in Apple Silicon directly to the living room media box. Packing a high-performance M-Series or top-tier A-Series Pro chip into a sleek, fanless or whisper-quiet enclosure could completely